Hey everyone, and welcome back to Novel Views. Today we're diving into a concept that has profoundly reshaped my own thinking and honestly my approach to building things that matter. Naval Ravikant's powerful insight that code and media are permissionless leverage. You can create software and media that work for you while you sleep. Think about that for a second. Assets that generate value, reach people, and even earn income 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, without needing your constant, direct effort. Sounds incredibly appealing, right? Especially compared to the traditional ways people have built influence and wealth. Let's unpack this. For most of history, the primary forms of leverage available to build significant scale and impact were labor and capital. Labor leverage means having other people working for you. Building a company, managing teams, your output is multiplied by the efforts of everyone involved. It's how vast enterprises were built. But it requires immense skill in leadership, management, and coordination. And fundamentally, it requires individuals to agree to work for you. It's leverage that requires permission. Capital leverage is using money to make more money. Investing in businesses, real estate, financial markets. Capital can be a powerful force multiplier, allowing you to take on larger projects or investments than you could with just your personal savings. But accessing significant capital often requires permission from lenders, investors, or already possessing substantial wealth yourself. Again, permissioned leverage. These traditional forms of leverage have gatekeepers. Access is often limited, requires trust, existing resources, or navigating complex systems. But the digital revolution, especially the rise of the internet and accessible technology, introduced something fundamentally different. It birthed permissionless leverage in the form of code and media. Naval describes code as an army of robots freely available, and it's a perfect analogy. When you write code, whether it's a simple script, a complex application, a website, or a mobile app, you are essentially giving instructions to computers. These instructions can automate tasks, process information, connect users, and perform functions repeatedly and tirelessly. The magic here is scalability and the near-zero marginal cost of replication. You write the code once, deploy it, and it can serve one user or millions of users with minimal additional cost for each new user. Compare that to producing physical goods or delivering services, where each additional unit or customer typically incurs additional costs in labor, materials, or time. Why permissionless? You don't need anyone's permission to learn to code today. The knowledge is distributed globally online through tutorials, courses, documentation, and communities. You don't need a license or approval to write code on your laptop. And you don't need permission from a traditional gatekeeper to put that code out into the world. You can deploy it on servers, list it on app stores, share it on platforms, or host it on your own website. There's no central authority you must get a stamp of approval from to start building and distributing. How does it work while you sleep? Your code, once running, is indifferent to the time of day or your personal state. An e-commerce backend processes transactions from different time zones while you're asleep. An automated customer support bot answers queries 24/7. A software tool provides value to users across the globe around the clock. The initial intellectual effort of creation continues to provide function and value passively. Think about DirectoryIdeas.ai, one of the online products I've built. It's a piece of software, code leverage. My goal was to create a tool for people building online directories. I wrote the code, set it up, and now people can visit the site, use the tool, and get value from it at any hour, regardless of whether I'm actively at my desk. It's a piece of code working for me and for its users constantly. The same applies to other online software I've developed. They exist online, providing utility, automated by code. Alongside code is media. This is the content you create and distribute. Your writing, audio, video, images, ideas. In the past, mass media was controlled by powerful institutions. To get your message out widely, you needed a newspaper publisher, a television network, a record label, a book publisher. You needed their permission to access their distribution channels. The internet completely dismantled those gatekeepers. Why permissionless? Anyone with an internet connection and a device can create content and publish it to a potentially global audience. You don't need permission to start a blog on platforms like WordPress or Substack. You don't need permission to upload a video to YouTube, record a podcast and distribute it, or share your thoughts on platforms like X, formerly Twitter. Your ability to create and disseminate your ideas is no longer contingent on someone else's approval. How does it work while you sleep? Media, once published, have an enduring presence. A blog post you wrote years ago can still be discovered through search engines, bringing new readers to your ideas. A YouTube video can continue to accumulate views and generate ad revenue over time. A tweet can be retweeted and reach new audiences long after you sent it. Your creative expression, your packaged thoughts and insights keep circulating and providing value passively. This very channel, Naval Views, is an example of media leverage. The videos I create and publish here exist online. People can discover and watch them anytime, anywhere. They continue to spread ideas and build an audience long after I've finished editing. My blog content operates similarly, as do my tweets on X. These are pieces of media working to share ideas and connect with people constantly. The real power often emerges when code and media are combined. Media can build the audience and trust, while code can deliver scaled value or automate transactions. Think of the creator economy. Individuals building audiences through content, media leverage, and then creating digital products, courses, or software tools, code, product leverage, for that audience. The media brings people in, and the code facilitates the scalable delivery of value. Examples abound. The writer who builds a large email list through a popular blog, media, and then sells access to a private community forum or a specialized software tool they built, code. The designer who shares tutorials and free resources on social media, and then sells digital asset packs or templates through an online store, code. This isn't just about creating passive income, although that's a significant benefit. It's also about creating passive impact. Your code can solve problems for people globally. Your media can educate or inspire millions, all without your direct moment-by-moment involvement. You build it, you launch it, and it continues its work in the world. Now, while it's called permissionless, it would be naive to think it's effortless. Building this kind of leverage requires significant upfront investment, not necessarily of capital, but of time, learning, and persistent effort. The challenges are real. Acquiring skills. Learning to code or mastering effective media creation takes time and dedication. Creating value. The digital world is noisy. Standing out requires creating something truly valuable that resonates with people. Distribution and discovery. Just because something is online doesn't mean people will find it. You need to understand how to distribute your work and help people discover it amidst the noise. Iteration and adaptation. Platforms change, technologies evolve, audience preferences shift. Maintaining leverage often requires ongoing effort to update and adapt. The emotional toll. Building something from scratch, facing potential indifference or criticism, requires resilience and a strong mindset. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a build value slowly and let it compound strategy. But the effort unlocks something profound, which is where the deeper wisdom lies. Naval's point about permissionless leverage isn't just about financial wealth, although that's a potential outcome. It's fundamentally about freedom and autonomy. When you build assets that work for you, you decouple your income and your impact from the linear constraint of trading hours for dollars. You gain control over your time and your focus. This freedom allows you to pursue activities based on intrinsic motivation and curiosity, rather than solely economic necessity or the demands of an employer or gatekeeper. It's a philosophical shift towards recognizing that in the connected age, individual creation, amplified by technology, can achieve scale and impact previously reserved for large institutions. Your unique skills and insights, combined with the leverage of code and media, can become a powerful force in the world, operating and compounding even while you're offline. So think about your own unique skills and interests. What problem could you solve with code? What message do you want to share with media? The tools are at your fingertips. The only permission you truly need is your own to start building. Thank you for watching this episode of Naval Views. If this idea resonated with you, please give it a like and share it. And subscribe for more explorations of ideas that can change your perspective. What are your thoughts on permissionless leverage? Let me know in the comments below.